The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Toronto Thunderbirds. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
All right, now, look at 56. Let's go. Detroit! Detroit! Watch it, Leopard!
On the carry, it's Davis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
From the gun, it's Peterman. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So they bring out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. First down, Breeze. And it's caught, Kobe Fleener. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Fleener. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and wearing all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Five yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And this is caught. It's the tight end Fleener for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Peterman. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's go. Back there in Philly. Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here we go now.
Now Peterman on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Hurry up, here we go.
2nd and 10. Peterman again. A quick hitter complete. It's Hudson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. Throwing once more, Peterman. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90. Detroit. Leopard.
Here's Davis now. And some space here. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Niall Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And his kick is right through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself,
and that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. but I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kobe Fleener with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's go.
2nd down, Peterman. They find some open field here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Peterman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And the tight end has it. It's Fleener. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Gives it up to Ingram. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not.
INT. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go again with Davis. And able to stay on his... Here's Peterman. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, here's Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the back goes into motion. Now Peterman on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sterling Moore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball. The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll bootleg it with Peterman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now Davis, even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On second down, here's Peterman. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Peterman. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand.
And look at this. It's a fake. And that's caught by Smith. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good enough for the first.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal at Tim. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the shotgun, Peterman looking deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Throwing now, Peterman on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down after a good gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about four-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
They'll run with Davis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big, they had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 92 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trent Murphy from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Welcome back to Toronto. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they try the right side here. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now Peterman. And nowhere to turn for Peterman as he hits the turf. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Peterman. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. 3, 9, 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Peterman. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Haoli Kikaha. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Peterman to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They bring their punter out there now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here now the offense heading back out there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And the play clock's running down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Peterman to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trent Murphy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they'll send out their punter now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. 3-19.
One last shot for Peterman. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.